Hi everybody, welcome back to learning how to do an owl. This is going to be the video after you've strung the loom. You've made your loom, you've strung it, and we're ready to go on to the first weave. So the first weave that we're going to do at the base of our owl down here is going to be the twill. Twill weave, you need 2 pieces of string. They're going to wrap around each other. I like to think of twill as twist. So it's the one that ends up twisting. Okay, these are each about an arm's length. And I know that that's going to vary per student, per person, but about an arm's length. Okay, so once you have those cut, you're going to line up the tops like this. Okay, and we need to tie a knot with both of these strings. So what I like to do is I like to put 2 fingers like this, and I like to wrap the yarn around my 2 fingers, okay, and create an X right here. All right, now we're going to take these tails or ends of the string. We're going to push the tail through the hole. So if I slide my fingers out gently, okay, I've created a crossover or an X or a loop, whatever you want to call it, and you're just going to twist those tails around, in from behind, and then the ends are through the loop. Now when you pull this, you want to try and pull up towards the top so you have as little extra yarn at the top as possible. We don't want to waste our stuff. Okay, we're going to secure that like that, and then we're ready to start. So when I start weaving this, I want to start in the bottom left corner. Okay, so down here, and I'm going to take 1 string, and I'm going to find the end. And I'm simply going to lift the white string and pull the green underneath until the knot catches right here. Okay. So the key with this weave is to always keep these tails, okay, or these ends facing down towards me. The most common mistake I see with students is that this string goes over here, or over here, and then the weave does not work, okay? So every time you pull a color through, I want you to pull your tails down. All right, so we are moving in this direction. We are going to weave across our warp strings in this direction. So the way that I like to remember it is that if you're moving in this direction, you're going to take from this side first. So right now, that is my light blue thread. And I'm going to pick that up, grab the tail, and we've already gone under the first string, okay? So now we're going to go under the second white string. I'm going to lift that up, slide the tail under, and pull through. Okay, and when I'm pulling through, notice I'm going to stop about right there. It's not pulled tight. We don't ever want these white strings to be moving in like this. Okay, so we want it just nicely sitting there. And then I'm going to pull my strings down, making sure they're not tangled. Okay, so if I'm moving in this direction, I'm taking from this side. So I'm going to pick up the green string now, green yarn. I'm going to go under the third one. I'm going to pull till it's gently sitting there. And you can start to see how it will begin to twist or look like a candy cane. Right, again, pulling down. Okay, now I'm going to take the blue one because I'm pulling from this, I'm going in this direction, taking from this side. Okay, blue one under the next white string. And so if you see what's happening here, the blue string is jumping over the green string right here. Okay, so see how it's over? Okay. Pulling them down. Next one is green, jumping over the blue, underneath the warp string, gently pulling. Again, pulling those strings down towards my body. Blue strings next, jumping over the green, under the white. Okay, so we're going to go across these 10 warp strings doing the same thing. Okay, always pulling down, underneath underneath the next one, pulling down, green underneath this one, blue underneath the last one that I'm turning around on. Okay, so now it's time to learn how to turn around. So to turn around, both of these strings have to go around this white warp string, this last one, okay, in some manner. So the blue one has already gone underneath. So now it's the green one's turn. Okay, the green one is going to jump over, just like normal, over the blue one. Okay, but there's no string here. So instead we're going to reverse, and we're going to head back in the other direction because that's what we need to do now. Okay, so we're not going under this way. We're going to take the green one, and we're going to wrap it around and go in the opposite direction. Okay, gently pulling. Okay, so now we're doing our second row. We are moving in this direction now. We're weaving back. So now we're taking from this side. Okay, so now we're taking from the blue string. Okay, green has already gone under this first one, so now blue is going to go under the second warp string. Okay, pulling our strings down this direction, we're taking from this side. Green jumps over the blue, under the next. Okay, and this is how the pattern is going to work the whole time. And notice my white string, when I turned around and reversed, my white string is not moving in at all. It's very easy to fix if you do notice that you've pulled, say like that. Do you see how it started to pull? All you need to do is pull back a little, okay, and then readjust. Okay, so again, we're going to pull those down. We're moving in this direction. We're taking from the next one. Okay, green under the next one. Pulling down. Now what I want to do is I want to show you what this will look like if it's incorrect so that you can recognize if that happens. Okay, so if my green one was over here, I had it in the wrong spot, and then I went under with the blue, so it didn't jump over the green. Okay, and then I took the green, went under the next one. Okay, so notice twisting, 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 and now the two strings are beside each other like this instead of twisting. Did you see that right there? Okay, I'll show you one more time. If that green one is still in the wrong spot, okay, and my blue would be next, jumping under. Okay, so see they're going beside each other. Again, easy fix. You're just going to pull back, undo it, pull those legs back down, always making sure they're back down, jumping over the green, and you continue on. So one more time, how to turn around. And sometimes with students, I like to help them get this knot out of the way and just slide the tail over there so it's not interfering with them weaving. So blue has already gone around that last string. Green needs to too, but it's going to reverse, okay, reverse and go this way. So tails down, now we're going in this direction, we're going to take from the blue. reversing. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is show you how to end with the twill. So if you get to the end of your string, or you feel like you want to switch colors and it's time to end the twill, you want to end somewhere in the middle. Okay, so around here, and all you're simply going to do is pretend like you're tying your shoelaces. The first step in your shoelaces, okay, where you cross them over like that. Okay, and then the green one is on top right now. I'm going to push it in from behind and through the loop or the circle. Okay, I'm going to slide it down. Again, we don't want those white strings moving at all. So a very light knot like this, where you're not pulling tight, is just fine. Okay, but you're going to do it twice. So you're going to cross it over again. Blue is on top this time. Blue is going to wrap around from behind. I'm going to grab it through the hole and pull down like that. Okay, I'm going to trim this off. Go even shorter. Okay, and I want you to remember that this is actually going to be the back of our owl. So even though this knot is showing right now and is very visible, you will not see it later. Okay. Sorry for the pause there. I want to show you what's going to happen when you start a new color if you want to layer your twill weaves on top of each other. So I just grabbed two new colors. Okay, I'm going to match up the tails again. I'm going to tie that knot around two fingers. Okay, I've made a loop. Push that tail through the loop, right, and then slide up. Now, what you do to start is you find where you ended right here. Okay, this row was going in this direction. So ended right here, I'm going to count 2 warp strings back. 1, 2. Okay, and this is going to be the one that I start on. I'm going to take any of the colors, I'm going to go underneath, exact same as the way we started the first one. Okay, I'm going to put it like that. I'm going to pull my tails down, and I'm going to continue to move in the same direction that that row was moving when I stopped. So now I'm going to take my dark blue. Okay, this blue has already gone under this one, so I'm going to move forward, dark blue tail under there. Okay, next color under the next one. Pulling those legs down, dark blue under the next one. Okay, time to reverse. Dark blue has gone under that last one. I'm going to take my light blue and I'm going to go in the other direction underneath this one. Dark blue under the next one, and so on. Okay, so I'm going to end there. The last thing that you're going to do is you want to make sure that your warp strings aren't showing, so that's the white ones. Okay, and you're just going to slide it down like that. Okay, and you can see that the white strings start to disappear. That's another important reason why we don't want to pull our strings too tight. If your strings start to look like this, really skinny and pulled, kind of strained, I like to call it keep your yarn chunky. It's chunky yarn. We don't want it to be strained, okay? Because once, when it stays chunky, we're able to slide it down and it will cover up those warp strings. Okay, and this is how I'm going to start my owl, and you can go on to the second video or the next video, which will be the tabby weave.